Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. Now today we're with Naruto is the Otsutsuki God Part 4. So yes, I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and yeah, I know I didn't post the poll yet about the schedule thing. Some few things came up, so I had to deal with those first, but I will post this right after I'm done uploading this video. So yes. Anyways, yeah, the next part of this will probably be like the last part or the part after that. So yes, and yeah, I know the in the post I posted earlier today, it showed a different freaking thumbnail, but I decided to use this one instead, and the next one will probably be using the last part or next part, whichever comes first. Anyways, it's probably gonna be the last part for the next one actually. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this part, and let me know what you guys think of the series so far, since it's gonna be coming to an end soon, and all of that. And I I think I'm gonna do the two thingy, the two video per a time thing that I used to do. So one of them will be the Hajime one, since someone did request that a while back, and I wanted to do that anyways. And the second one, I have no idea what I want to do. So if someone could say something they want, that would be pretty great, since I've literally like no idea what to do for the second video that will be opening at once. So yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, there was someone that did request something, but I'm not too sure when I'm gonna do that one. It was like about if Naruto was Issei's reincarnation or something like that, or like had boosted gear and dividing. But I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do that, because I technically kind of did do like half of it. So yeah, because like I did do if Naruto had the boosted gear, and then my friend and his did the what if Naruto had the dividing. So, or I'll be on whatever you want to call him. So yeah, I was like, I'm not too sure when I want to do that. Maybe in the future, but yeah. Anyway, well, I might just finish the Kid Buu one maybe. If you guys want that, let me know. But anyway, so further you, enough rambling on. Let's get this video started. So last time we left off was when Naruto and the judge, not the judge, the again, not the proctor of the exam announced that Naruto versus Neji would start. However, we're not gonna start there. We're gonna start for flashback when Naruto was back at the land of waves. As we see Naruto sleeping like peacefully, like in the room basically by himself. As we go into his mindscape to see Naruto wake up to see uh to see a man sitting on a throne. This man looked very strange. He didn't look very human. He looked like a whole galaxy. His whole body was shining. This man was completely alienist to Naruto. He looked, he had the same, like he looked kind of like that picture, but like without the hair, and was basically a galaxy on his skin type thing, and basically no work clothes on. So yeah. Anyways, as the man looked down at Naruto, as Naruto would walk up to him to ask who the man was, as the man would say who he was, as he would say, "I'm you." As the man Naruto would be confused about this. However, when he asked what he meant by this, he would get kicked out. However, before he could get kicked out, he could feel something very odd about this being. when he said that, when the being said that he was him, he felt like this was the truth. And when he first got into the dream, he could feel something very, very disturbing to him. He could feel that this being was very, very strong. Like he could feel that this being had more power than he could feel throughout his entire life. Like even if he was filling out the entire planet, he felt like this being had way more power than this. So this kind of put Naruto on a questioning, like he's kind of questioning about this being, pretty much like who this being was, what he wanted, and stuff like that. And he especially wanted to know what he meant by he was him, as he kind of wondered if he had the power to basically like be like as strong as this being or something like that. As Naruto, like after he woke up from his dream, kind of in cold sweats, but like not really at the same. Like it's like he felt like he wasn't like sweating. He was just like kind of taken aback, basically. So yeah. Anyways, as Naruto, then we skip over to when the fight with Haku and all them was happening. As unknown to Naruto, due to all the fighting that was on him, he was kind of releasing quite a big amount of chakra unknowingly. Like, he was releasing about a village worth of chakra unknowingly to him. He did not even realize he was using that much chakra. However, it was just coming out of him like just throwing out like a whiffer. But he didn't even feel it. That's how much power he had. Like as the basically the chakra that he was like unwillingly releasing came out, it instantly got replenished. So it was like not even being used basically. As this caused basically like, as this was like not being like freaking hidden or anything like that, it was just kind of coming out like massively. It was basically like a new tail beast being formed at this point. That's basically what the people that could feel this chakra, that and basically the whole world could feel this, as a whole village worth of chakra would not really be going unnoticed by anyone, or like basically a whole tail beast. So yeah. And when I say tail beast, I don't mean like Shikaku, I mean like Kurama type thing. So yeah. Anyways, as this happened, we skip over to the Akatsuki beast, and keep in mind this is all happening before the tuning, like a little bit before the present right now. It's kind of in the past a little bit. So yeah, more like a different POV, but yeah. Anyways, as we basically skip over to the Akatsuki base, as we see the Akatsuki talking about how this was very much disturbing, like how this there was like a whole new tail beast. Could this tail beast be used for their plans, or would it be a nuisance and stuff like that? And Zetsu was quite worried about this, as he wondered if someone, the otsutsuki, came and decided to use like to create a tail beast, or use the 10 tails or different 10 tails itself. And he also wondered if it was the 10 tails, could he use this to revive his mother? As he wondered this, however, he could not continue, as he basically like had to explain things to the Akatsuki, and like got sent on a mission to basically go spy on who that was. As he did exactly that, and soon found out that who the person was the brother of the Nine Tails, Jinchuruki. So yeah. As he went back to for this, Madara or Obito basically was pretty mad about this. Like he wanted to use this Naruto for his plans. However, he knew that it would be quite hard to do this in, yeah, since he was related to the 90s or whatever. So yeah. Anyways, as the basically Naruto and all them, like they decided to to basically make a move. Like this was like the perfect opportunity for them to make a bigger move, to basically move the entire Akatsuki to go and get basically almost all the Tubbies, because they have currently have their Akatsuki currently have the three tails, four tails. Oh yeah, only the three tails actually. My bad. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the Akatsuki have the three tails and the six tails. So yeah, as the this is basically all they have right now. So yeah, right. Actually, fucking hell. No, they have the one. No, not the one. The 3, 6, 7, and 5 tails. Yeah, 3, 6, 7, and 5 tails. As they're all still in the Gedo statue though. So yeah. Anyways, as as the Akatsuki basically started to make the move towards the Hidden Leaf Village to infiltrate and take out basically all the tail beasts that they don't have, which now is the 1, 2, 4, and 8, 9 tails. So yeah, they decided to go and take take all of them, as they would all be at the exam. This would one Yugishito and be basically accompanying A, like the Raikage. The four tails is there because of Shikage. The nine tails is there because it's the freaking village. So yeah, as in the one tails, Shikaku is there because of the whole Sen invasion and whatnot. So yeah, as they heard about the invasion and decided that why not use Ochimo one last time, and so they sent Zetsu and Pain went there. Zetsu and Madara went there actually, and they quickly put Ochimo like in a situation where they would basically either destroy him or he would work with them. As Ochimo decided to work with them, so yeah, with the condition of getting Sasuke's eyes, or with the with the condition of possibly getting Sasuke's thing, but with Madara agreeing to it, but he still had plans to use Sasuke for his own means, like his own goals, being the defeat Tsukuyomi. As I'm mumbling on so much about this flashback, fucking hell. As we end up skipping to an unknown area. This area was not even part of like Earth itself. This was like a dimension. It was kind of like just a pocket dimension, kind of like the Kamui. As this is where the group, basically, Ishige's group. I forgot the name, bro. Fucking hell, I forgot the fucking name. Shit. I honestly don't remember the people in the group of like that group of people, and like I'm honestly not really trying to find out, to be honest, because I hate Boulder so fucking much. So in this one, I'm just gonna say the people in it, or Ishiki, Delta, and I know there's an octopus guy, but I don't even know his name. So fucking hell, and I know there's that clone of Jiraiya, but I don't also know his name. And I know there's another guy, he's like King or some shit like that, I don't know. Or Killer, no, this is freaking Death Note. It's like a guy that's like supposed to be really important, whatever, or super strong, but he keeps getting beat up. So I'm gonna say these guys aren't really part of it because I don't know the other people. So I'm just gonna say it's Delta and like basically Delta and King. I mean not King. Delta, Ishiki, the octopus guy, because I'm just gonna call him octopus guy because I don't even know anything about him apart from him looking like a goddamn octopus. And yeah. Anyways, as this group was discussing about this current situation, as Ishiki had given them an order, telling them that this is the perfect time for them to get out of hiding, as they were confused about this, seeing as Ishiki only had gotten his body for a few years and was like running on steam at this point. Like, he was only at like 15 or like 10 to 15% at best right now. So they were really, very confused about this. However, they were not ready. They were not willing to go against Ishiki's orders, as even though he was on 10% to 15%, he could beat all of them at once and not even try. And yeah. Oh yeah, and also Kamuki is the one getting beat up somewhere. So yeah. Anyways, as well, actually no, Kamuki's not even born yet. As as the group basically decided to start making the moves, with Ishiki opening a portal for all of them to get out of and like start going towards the destination, which being the Hidden Leaf Village. As we go back to the present now, after this happened, everyone like the Akatsuki, the freaking Ochimaru's thing, all five villages, Kira or whatever it's called. But I gotta figure out at least the name of that group because I forgot. The group for Ishiki's group basically joined the training exam as expected and stuff like that. So yeah, or at least on the village somewhere. So yeah. Anyways, as this we see the fight for Neji and Naruto start to happen, with Neji doing the whole speech way earlier than in canon and not waiting for like Naruto to start talking back to him and like talking to him. Instead, he just does the speech for like basically no reason. Cause like, yeah, kind of needs to happen. Oh fucking hell. Anyways, as Deji does his little speech about his dad and whatnot, and like the bird cage and so on and so forth, Naruto kind of just stares at him as he raises his hand and points it like at Neji's forehead, not touching him, just like pointing at it. As Neji was pretty confused about this until he felt a tiny bit of pain, and he there's then when he like kind of went to check what happened to his forehead, he basically saw there was no more seal. As he was very confused about this, and Naruto kind of just looks at him and tells him that like you don't people don't control your fate, you control your own fate and whatnot. As he then proceeded to basically blitz him and beats the shit out of him because there's like literally no chance for Neji to do anything against Naruto right now because it's like not even a fight at this point. So yeah, as we skip all the way up to Gaara's versus Sasuke's fight, as this happened, unknown to everyone, Naruto was kind of having a hard time at this point. As you see, he was kind of like having trouble staying conscious, as he felt like something else was trying to like take over him. I guess like it was just like something else was coming out or something like that. As he kind of like was seeing the blurry and stuff like that, and like felt pretty dazed. So yes, as we skip back the fight, with that being basically the same as canon, but yeah, with Gaara ended up transforming and screaming out, "That's my blood," and all of that, as he went on to, dip out of the village a little bit, and like the invasion starting with them really pressing the genjutsu and everyone jumping out, including Kira. I gotta figure that name out, bro. I keep calling him Kira. I'm just gonna call him Kira for this, bro. Be fucking hell. I'm just gonna call him Kira. If you hear me say Kira, it's basically Kira. It's basically Ishiki's group. So yeah, as even Kira and the Akatsuki jump out and started to attack the village, kind of, but mostly the Akatsuki targeting the tail beast, going after them. But like since the tail beast people are kind of running a little bit and like staying in certain position, they have to go to all the ninjas and whatnot. And Kira just kind of looking for Naruto pretty much at this point. As Naruto, however, is making his way outside the village to basically take care of Gaara. As Gaara is ends up fighting Naruto for a bit, Sasuke for a bit, and ends up transforming. Not earlier in this one because yeah, he fought Naruto coming and he knew that was dangerous. So yeah, he basically ends up transforming way earlier. As he transformed early and basically went on to attack Sasuke. However, Sakura, being the little bitch she was, ends up basically jumping in the way, as this caused Shikaku's sand claw to basically go through her whole body and then like basically kind of like cushion her style or whatever. As however, when the claw came out, there was still sand like on the wound, and Shikaku controlled that to basically go inside of her, and then that exploded like outwards, kind of like a sand barrier, but like yeah. So her whole body basically exploded in like basically into pieces. So yeah, with Sasuke basically thinking that she was at least a useful shield, I guess you say. So for like 1 second, but yeah, as then Naruto basically appeared and blasted like, because he was like running fast and he just basically didn't stop and just blasted right to Shikaku, causing Shikaku to kind of fall forward, and Naruto like with Gaara basically falling off Shikaku's head and waking up basically. So yeah, however, at this point Naruto then basically fell forward, with Sasuke seeing this, thinking it was the perfect time to attack. As he was about to attack, however, Kira's group basically came and stopped him when he was right about to stab Naruto with a giant chalkboard coming out of the ground and stabbing right into Sasuke's stomach and basically pushing him back as well. As Ishiki came floating down and landed next to Naruto in a kind of protective position, I guess, with his arms kind of open, like classic Ishiki style, I guess. Unless he's like the only person I really pay attention to now in Boruto and like Naruto and stuff. But that's like the only two people I really didn't know about in Boruto at this point. So yeah, I should probably pay more attention to Guy because it's cool. But anyways, as Ishiki, protected Naruto a little bit, as he basically said you mere mortals shouldn't be attacking a god such as him. As this made now Sasuke mad, saying how this man was calling Naruto a god. He was a Uchiha elite. He should be this Naruto dope should be bowing down his feet. Should be bowing down his feet and like basically like worshipping him and stuff. However, as he said this, Ishiki looked at him murderously and basically opened the palm of his hand and like seemingly threw something at him, which confused Sasuke as he did not see nothing, even though his Sharingan was activated. However, when he opened it, like his eyes, when he like realized something was actually coming towards him, it was too late. As out of thin air, basically a giant rod came like out of nowhere and like stabbed right into his left eye, as it basically completely destroyed that shit. So yeah. However, before anything else could happen, Itachi appeared and basically moved Sasuke like from the way, making the other rods that was about to stab Sasuke be like hit him, but he didn't burst into crows, showing her like it was just crow substitution basically with a mix of a bit of genjutsu and stuff. So yeah, as he went on to like tried to fight Ishiki back a little bit, but mainly trying to just protect Sasuke. However, he soon realized that any of his genjutsus were not working, nor his like techniques and stuff. As he then decided that he had to try this. As he opened his eye, he closed his eyes with some blood dripping off it. As he then opened it, saying Amaterasu. As this caused black flames to spread out and attack Ishiki. However, Ishiki simply shrugged it off, saying yada yada. Oh fucking! I can't even fucking speak, bro. I can't say that shit without my back, bro. But I usually say that shit way better. Anyways, oh my gosh, bro, I can't breathe now. Fucking hell! I'm gonna do this better next time, bro. As he basically said that, yeah, they. Oh my gosh, he basically said that shit as he basically simply said that they're like pretty weak and shit like that, as he basically shrugged that shit off as the flames like cover his whole body. It basically didn't do anything to him and he simply vanished soon afterwards. As Ishiki smirked, feeling his power grow much faster than it should be, going back to normal way quicker than it should. As he soon found himself quickly at 50% already. As he soon realized that Naruto's body was glowing, as it was slowly changing, and some of the power was going into himself. As he realized that this was why he was going much faster, it was due to Naruto's own power. As he saw that he could enter the Karma Seal stage 1, causing him to basically go into like his body became like Jigen, but like with the hole, the markings on it, with like the holes and stuff, and like the horn coming out, but not fully Ishiki. So yeah. Yet, as this made him smile, as he saw, as yeah, as this made him smile. However, unknown to him, well, actually he knew this, but he just didn't really give a fuck. As on the other side of the village, we see Delta basically on the ground, basically dead at this point, as Pain and his six bodies was standing over her, looking down at her broken body. As on the other side, we see Kisame and some of the other Akatsuki members basically who were fighting the tentacle guy. I don't know his name, bro. The octopus nigga, bro. And the other guy, the one that like was supposed to be strong or whatever, king or queen or some shit like that. I don't know. As yeah, as they basically had just had a battle with the Akatsuki teaming up on them, and the only people that died from the Akatsuki from this was Sasori and Sasori and like some white Detsus basically. But yeah, as they continued and ending up capturing basically all of the tail beasts except for Mito. As they ended up capturing her but not absorbing the tail beast from her, but the others they did. As they decided to make their way towards the massive power that was disturbing the whole thing, being Naruto's own, as he was slowly growing, dwarfing the entire village in pure power that he had. As this continued to happen, the Akatsuki quickly made their way there to see the scene of Sasuke on the ground with the giant rod sticking out of his stomach and his eye, as Kitachi, who was fighting a weird guy with like Yamato versus flames being on over the person, but the fire, like the flames, didn't seem to bother the person and they soon vanished. and a kid on the ground, as his body was like really changing and stuff like that, and like a massive amount of power was coming from him. As soon enough, the kid woke up after a few minutes to ending up looking pretty much like this in the picture, but with different clothes, with them being just robes, basically Madara's robes, kind of. So yeah, as he woke up and looked around, confused, not confused, but like more annoyed, I guess. Like he started to feel more like a different person, as he still knew he was Naruto in like his past, but like he had a weird view now. He has a different view. Like, he felt like a different being entirely. As he looked around to see the situation and wonder what Sasuke did to piss off Ishiki, as he remembered his past on like being a god and all of that, and he knew he was not at full power at this moment. He knew that this was only about like not even half his power. Like this was like 5 or 10% of his power, as this body was human and that it was all it could handle. Basically, he could not really handle him. So he ended up basically slowly walking over to Ishiki and putting a hand on his shoulder. This gesture kind of shocked Ishiki, as he did not think that this god should be touching him. Not because he felt like the god was unworthy or anything. He felt like he was unworthy of being like touched by him. Basically, don't think that shit weird, bro. Anyways, like he shouldn't be in this present, basically. As this simple gesture, however, made Ishiki widen his eyes as he realized that he no longer was in Jigen's body. He was back in his original body, and Jigen was on the ground, laying dead. As he had full power again, like he was at his peak again, when he was back as being the commander of the army of the Otsutsukis. As he smiled to himself and bowed to the god, as Naruto simply nodded as he walked behind, like walk to the side, I guess, to go like around Ishiki. As the Akatsuki stood next to Itachi and Sasuke being on the ground and behind them, the Akatsuki was staring down at him with the Tinta's husk being behind the Akatsuki, as they looked at him with like a deadly, like a death stare type thing. As this continued, we skip over to an unknown planet. Well, not really an unknown planet. It was just like a very far away planet, being the Otsutsuki world. As the Otsutskis felt the power of their god awaken. As when the god disappeared, they were very confused and like kind of panicked, with some of them thinking the god abandoned them, because they knew that no one could really kill him. So it had to be that. However, after a few while, they started to feel the power of the god, but like it wasn't strong enough for anyone to really do anything about it. But they did get themselves ready, thinking that the god would return eventually. As they did this, they soon ended up finding where the god was when Naruto awakened again, as they decided to make their way towards the planet with the god's basically wife, or former wife, like basically the former god's wife, basically, like when before Naruto it's isekai or whatever. As this girl was known as Yeriko Otsutsuki. This was the wife of the basic god of the Otsutskis, as she led the army of Otsutskis, like elite, to go to Earth and get her husband back, basically. So yeah, as they basically made their way towards it. However, along the way, they found something very peculiar. As you see, when they made their way to the moon, like on like, the atmosphere, I guess, basically around there, they basically saw the moon and like felt the power that's coming from it. It was Kaguya Otsutsuki's power, as the queen basically went there herself and opened the seal to find Kaguya there. And when they had a little chat, seeing that the god was in obviously no danger, they had a little bit of time to have the chat. As they had the chat, and the queen found something interesting. As she found out that when the Kaguya tried to open the cocoon basically, and some of the god's power entered her, not only had she become way stronger on the level of herself, she also gained a bond with Naruto, which kind of connected the two. As Kaguya then explained how she wanted to be like with Naruto and stuff because of the bond and like knowing that he wouldn't betray her, like her last husband or whatever. So she ended up proposing to be like a concubine type thing. However, the queen said that she could be like basically her Naruto's second mate. As yeah, Kaguya accepted obviously with vigors, as she ended up joining the army. Now, just got basically going with the army to Earth to basically go and meet, or in the queen's case, we meet Naruto. As they like quickly made it there to see what was happening. As we skip to like no one's POV, as we see the army make it to like over the village, as everyone looked up to see the millions of lights coming down. These beings were these lights were actual beings. They were the Otsutskis, gods amongst humans, like gods amongst other races, like in the universe, basically. As those beings were so powerful, each one of them could destroy a planet, and some could do even worse, and or more better things, as they had more power. Some were stronger than others, as these beings like basically all came down to Earth like an army. A single one could take on the entire planet. However, there was millions of them going down on the planet, seemingly very angry. As they did so, they slowly lowered themselves, stopping not on the ground but over like a few houses, like a 3-story house type shit, over the ground. As the beings looked down to see something that made them very angry, as they saw Sasuke get up and try to attack their god, Naoto Tsuki. And this really made the beings really, really angry. As this is what I'm gonna be ending off. I hope you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys liked it, like enjoyed this video. And yeah, tomorrow, or like actually it might actually be out by now. Tomorrow or now, whichever one it is, part two, episode 2 of Overlord season 4 will be coming out. I'm gonna be watching that obviously like a freaking hawk, and hope you guys will do the same because that shit's been fire. And yes, anyways, hope you guys will enjoy that too, and we'll enjoy this next series that will be coming out like in the future. And yeah, without further ado, I'm Gabriel for now. Peace.